Hello, YouTube. I recently found an old tape with Gallagher on it. It's all messed up, and the start and end are cut off. And I was wondering if anyone would know where I could be able to find a full clip of this, better quality, or I can buy it somewhere. Put the link below, and I'll put it in the video comments, so everyone can be able to get a decent copy of this video.
Does it make it any less a diss track if the stripes are wider? Let me show you a further epidemic. It looks nicer than the others. It's called a house dress, as in as big as. The tag says Eiffel. So is the back. Now they move on into the bigger size. Yes, a square half acre. This is what a woman wears when she's tired of trying to make it fit her shape and just sews along the edges. You wear this when you want to sneak into the bed with food. Just put the platter under there and away you go. Ends up there anyway. Now, here's the one. This is what a woman calls her good robe. She puts this on an evening when she'd like to get screwed, but if it don't happen, forget it. And if she don't get it, this is what she puts on the next night. This Christmas, Grandma made me this. Grandma said, "What color you want?" I said, "It don't matter." Grandma showed me, "It damn sure does matter. There are colors here that do not exist in the natural rainbow. Some of these colors exist only in yarn." I'm speaking the truth. And I'm not just blaming the girl. This is the problem. When we're starting kids out at such an early age with Bert and Ernie, later on this looks conservative. That's the problem. It's not just one sex or another. Sometimes it's both of you. You're both buying these things, and they're the stupidest damn things I've ever seen. I didn't say anything when the dogs were playing cards. But now that the cats are playing cards, you know, I mean, you can't get a cat in a box. You know, you don't want him to ante in on your table, okay? Well, if the cats can play cards, then of course the dogs can shoot pool. How you gonna make a bridge with a paw? And the optimum of stupidity is trying to make people believe it's okay for your son to read the book in the living room with the lion. It's a hideous, hideous stupidity. I see it all around the country. This is Michigan. Now, when I say I'm stuck in the 60s, I'm talking about my mind. I'm not talking about the way I dressed. In fact, the dumbest thing about the 60s was the way we dressed. But I'm talking about the mind of the 60s that asked questions. See, went right up against Michigan. Huh? I still have a problem in Michigan when I take my 60s kind of mind up there. And I just ask them stuff I see on TV. You tell me, is this not dumb? I'm watching TV. They had taken a bunch of blind people. They thought they'd do something real nice. They took a bunch of blind people that normally don't get a chance to hunt. That is dumb, isn't it? Well, they wouldn't laugh. I began to wonder. But I thought, what is dumber than a blind person with a gun? Would be handing them the gun. Where do you hide from a blind person with a gun? How do you make a noise that ain't like a rabbit? Well, the other day I'm sitting on the plane, which is a real problem to me anyway, the damn airport. It is. I swear, I just want to get them so bad. I went up and I got them the other day. I said, hi, I'm going to Atlanta. I'd like this bag to go to Denver and this one to go to Miami. And they said, we can't do that. I said, you did it yesterday. So I'm sitting on the plane and the pilot gets on and he says, stewardesses, take your seats. I thought, wow, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty liberal, but geez. This is my life, you know? What if he flies like he talks? So he's back on. Welcome to Sun Service to San Francisco, San Jose, and Spokane. I thought, gee, this isn't going to be good. Too late, though. He says, fasten your seatbelt. I said, yeah, because we're coming sliding down the runway. Somebody get all over the steering wheel. I don't know. Am I wrong there? I just demand something. I demand to be served right. I demand it. Maybe that's not the 60s. I didn't serve in the 60s. But, well, like, remember service station? Remember that? Boy, wasn't that something? Remember there was a dinger bell, an air hose, you come driving in, and go, ding dong, the dude come running out. How may I serve you? Let me get the oil, let me get the water, let me get the gas, let me get the windshield, let me do every damn thing I can for $32.9. Now what is it? It's $1 now, come down from $1.50. It's gone from impossible to improbable. And the dude lives in a little house way over there. You gotta go, hey, turn on the pump. You know, abro el pumpo. You want to communicate. What are you going to say, you know? Mucho test? Ocho tain? What are you going to say? Have you ever asked them for a quart of oil over in the little house? They look at you like you're an idiot. What do you want a quart of oil? At a gas station? Go to a grocery store where you belong. Now, I don't want you to think that I experiment with drugs, because I don't. I'm into full-scale research. But someone must carry on this vital work now that DeLorean's out of the business. Boy, don't you wish you'd have run across here before the feds did. What a babe in the woods! I said, DeLorean, you're slapping fate in the face, pushing your luck. You don't go through LAX with 220 pounds. You're allowed 3 bags. 70 pounds each. The sky cap could have busted his ass. What do you got in here, man? He's so cocky. Could we just blow? But he's innocent. He can prove it, I can prove it. Obviously wasn't using cocaine, otherwise his mind would have been racing. When the feds come up, he'd have come up with a story. Wouldn't you? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm working on a car that runs on cocaine. Then they say, no, DeLorean, that'd be too expensive to drive. He says, you just start it. Then it runs anywhere there's a white line. But I like DeLorean. I like his style. Dig the dude's scope. He said, I can't make stainless steel, gold-winged, futuristic cars in the middle of a civil rebellion in Ireland. Well, then I'll be the biggest cocaine dealer in Los Angeles. Maybe we could take just a moment here to relax. Let me get my guitar, my old school out here. Settle down and sing a song. All right. This is the spontaneous portion of the show. Would anyone like to just ask me a question, any kind of question? I can handle it. Yes, sir, the Mexican over there. What? What happened to the car? What happened to my other car? The one I used to drive? This is a new show. This is a new day. This is a new year. Welcome to today. I had a new van door, because vans were in the 60s. Vans are cool. Vans are still neat. You pack up everything you need right in the van, and whenever you want it, just slam on the brakes, and it hits you in the back of the head. Thank you. Are there any more just spontaneous questions? You did not get any cookies tonight. Yes. Well, comedy is a surprise, you see. If I did exactly what you expected, then it wouldn't be damn funny! Hey, let's take an opportunity to get on down here. Just relax and talk a little bit. Get kind of family. How many came from a family? You came from a family. Well, and a few of you can kind of identify. I think the 60s kind of had a family attitude to it. I hope that it carries on now. We were all involved in each other's lives, you know. You need to do that, even if it's just a little thing. Like you see some guy walking along the street with his pants down to the crack of his... It looks bad for the whole town. You know? Just come up and say, will you pull up your damn pants? Where's your mother? Mom was more realistic than Dad. Dad tried to teach me. He wanted to teach me. Did your dad try and do that? I want to teach you, son. Go ahead, ask me some questions. So I think, okay, boy. Did Ray Charles ever hit his tooth on the mic? Dad says, I don't know. I said, if Janet Guthrie wins the 500, will she have to kiss the pretty girl? I don't know. Do single people have dirty backs? I don't know. If the flying saucers land and little green guys get out and they're in the nude, we won't know what not to look at. Might be on top of their head. Might tip their hat and expose themselves, you know? So I'd ask Dad these things. If M&M's melt in your mouth but not in your hand, what do they do? Say under your arm. Dad says, I don't know. I said, do you mind me asking you these questions? He says, no. How else are you going to learn? He said, I wanted to talk to you about sex anyway. I said, okay, what you want to know? Dad says, no, you can ask me anything. I think it's about time. I said, okay, why is there only 8.5 months between your anniversary and my birthday? Yep. Dad said, we're going to have a man-to-man talk. I said, well, why does a man-to-man talk always take place between a man and a boy? Then Dad answered me with a question. He said, you want your face slapped? I said, no, but I could use my butt kicked. What do you say? Hey, sometimes words do mean what they say. Or they have extra meanings. And sometimes they have meanings they shouldn't have. Like I heard hung jury the other day. And I said, what, all guys? What did I hear the other day seem really fun? Urban gorillas. I see this gorilla out mowing the yard. Leaning on the fence, talking to the neighbors. Doesn't your mind fill with images as you hear these words? That's what the words are for. That's what language is all about. I see drive-through hamburgers. Bird's eye foods is real dumb. You don't like get a pack of peas with bird's eyes on the outside. Yeah. I saw a can said Pepsi free, and I said, that means it don't have Pepsi in it. That's a Coke. Hog futures, I heard that. Hogs don't have no future. Bacon is not a career. What did I hear? The other day I heard solo synchronized swimming. What is that? You know, if you're by yourself, what can you synchronize with? Sounds dirty. Oh, skeet golf. Everyone say it now. Skeet golf. Isn't it fun? You take all your regular clubs. Everyone say it now. Skeet golf. You take all your regular clubs and your shotgun. You go ahead and drive, and if that ball goes anywhere you don't want it, get out the gun and blow it up. It's legal. You can't play it words if it don't lie. See, we need to invent. Keep your mind active now. Get that 60s feeling about stuff. Make your demands to be served. I'm watching basketball. Boy, is it getting easy. The guys are getting taller. The basket ain't getting no higher. Is it? No, they're dunking it forward, dunking it backward. Put your foot in your ear and dunk it. Right? Ought to put the pole back under the basket. So when you come in for a lap, you get laid up. We need some more agony of defeat. Am I right, gang? Yeah. Oh, we got our demands. We need to be involved. We need to be entertained. We need video games. Well, one thing about video games, at least it keeps you from watching so much TV. Do you have a video game in your relationship? Are you calling each other player 1 and player 2? Come on, player 2! Come on, player 2! How many people are involved in a relationship? You're involved in a relationship. How many people are married? Married people? Okay. All right, you're not involved in a relationship. If you're involved in a relationship and you want to know who's in charge in your relationship, when you're laying in bed at night and you notice the light is still on, you get up to go turn it off, look back in bed, because that's who's in charge. Let me see if you've seen this and you didn't think it was stupid. Dog food where the flavor matches the shape. What dog eats them one at a time? Oh, the cheese-shaped one. I'll taste that. And now the chicken, maybe that, yeah. The taste corresponds. A dog eats them all at once. He tastes a mush of all the flavors. Say it's frivolous, superfluous products in America, like scented toilet paper. Is the dumbest thing in the world. The only thing you don't have to make smell good because it's going to get up. Who is that smell there to impress? My thumb? If you want to impress my thumb, make it thicker in the middle. It's the same thickness where it ain't supposed to rip as it is where it is supposed to rip. Is that dumb? Has anybody ever needed one of them little squares? I use two for a booger, don't you? I don't go digging with one ply. I think we're just all foam heads. Beer, you know, got to have a beer all the time. Beer, beer, beer. Well, it ain't the only way to celebrate your accomplishments. I saw these three guys climb a mountain. Have you seen this commercial? They get up to the top and they say, boy, this ain't enough. We ought to have a beer. The one says, you got 3 in your backpack. This guy's real smart. Carried 3 clinking beers up the mountain. Didn't even know it. Now he's going to share them. If you carried 3 beers, wouldn't they be yours? So you've got to question this stuff. Just don't let it slide on by. These people are diabolical on TV. Have you ever seen, have you watched the late movie? Have you? Okay, one guy. Who watched it with him? Somebody watched him. He didn't stay up by himself and watch the movie. Who watched the movie with him? Yeah. You did? What is your name, dude?
I'm Rick.
You're Ray?
Rick.
Rick. I'm Rick. Like nobody else is Rick. Damn, I'm glad I finally run across him. I have met so many imposters. Damn, you're a big Rick, ain't you? Let me see just how tall you'd be if I was to come up again you. Well, I'd only come up again in one. Rick, boy, I'm glad you must have a job, don't you? You got on your work clothes there. You come fresh from the job to the show, didn't you?
Late show.
The Late Show. Is Rick together with me on this? Rick, when you was watching that late movie, did you ever see a lot of public service announcements?
It's true.
You did, didn't you? Sometimes you'd see the same one 2 and 3 times, didn't you, Rick?
That's right.
Did you see any during the Super Bowl?
Nope.
Wouldn't that have been a nice time to talk about child abuse? That's why I'm talking to you, Rick. You got any children living? What I thought. He doesn't kill them. But you see what they do? They pass a law in Washington. Them boys puff themselves up real big and pass a law that a certain percentage of the broadcast day must have public service announcements. And the network said, oh, yeah? Put them at the end. Right? That's our world. Hey, laid out right, ain't it? Got to get your mind in the 60s and see that it don't make sense. Does it? Does it? No! Well, stick with me on this. So you think I'm the only one that don't like the phone company? Am I? No! I'm so tired of hearing them say, you could hold down the cost of your phone bill if you would look it up yourself in the book. I know it. Do they have a book down there? No, they have a computer, don't they? Why? Because the book is dumb. Whose idea was was it anyway to give everybody in town the number? Why don't you just dial their name?